Good evening, I'm Lisa Broom. This is the CBC Evening News. The National Union of Public Workers has called out former staff members of Beautify Barbados to a meeting tomorrow in an effort to get two major issues resolved. Senior Industrial Relations Officer Wayne Walren says the workers who were sent home as part of government's retrenchment plan are owed outstanding vacation pay. He explains that after 5 years of service, some workers were only paid for 3 weeks vacation rather than 4 weeks, as is prescribed by law. Mr. Walren says the other issue to be discussed is government's decision to reduce the workers' gratuity pay from 20% to 10% per year.
We see this as gross discrimination where all other contract gratuity persons who work for the Crown, for the government of Barbados, are paid at 20%. And this one group of workers in the lowest echelon has been granted only 10%. That reduction constitutes an act of discrimination. Whether it could be done legitimately or not, it creates a bias against this group of workers, and therefore we are seeking to have this situation corrected by having that outstanding money to restore back to 20% over the years that it has been reduced.
Well, the meeting will be held at the NUPW's Dalkeith Road headquarters at 2 o'clock. The Office of Public Sector Reform has launched a new initiative geared towards helping current workers who were not affected by government's recent retrenchment exercise. Dubbed the Employees Assistance Program, it will be executed in collaboration with two counseling providers. Speaking during today's launch at the Frank Walcott Building, Director of the Office of Public Sector Reform, Michael Archer, said it will help to boost the morale levels of the retained staff members. He described the program as necessary since some of the workers now face an increased workload.
Program to its service providers, network services, and Synapse Limited. We will continue to conduct programs which are of a counseling nature and also of an intervention nature towards addressing workers with problems requiring counseling and thereby hopefully keeping workers productive and in good spirit.
Meantime, Senior Counselor at Network Services, Anderson Kelman, said, among other things, the program will help staff to address any issues they have and identify new possibilities.
Those persons who remain come under tremendous pressure, and if we're going to be able to increase the productivity and be able to mitigate against the loss of personnel, then offering that kind of support is critical to those employees who remain.
And in your take tonight, where we hear from you, we want to know, do you believe counseling will help public workers to be more productive? Text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll have the results for you at the end of the news. The Barbados Association of Retired Persons is issuing its members with credit cards in an effort to eliminate fraud. Globe Finance, in collaboration with BARP, launched 3 types of credit cards during the association's 20th annual general meeting at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre. The cards are available in Classic, Gold and Platinum and will be officially used from August 15th. Managing Director of Globe Finance, Ronald Davis, says the cards contain a magnetic chip and will help reduce cases of credit card fraud.
First of all, in order to use your card, there's a new machine which you insert the card into and you have a PIN number. If you have a merchant that does not have that machine, you can still swipe your card. It still has the magnetic stripe on the back. But once you have a chip card, you are protected against fraud. And any fraud that occurs by you swiping at a merchant that does not have the technology, the fraud is at the merchant and not at you.
Education Minister Ronald Jones wants Barbadians to become more innovative. He says too many people fail to act on their ideas and regret when someone else does. And Mr. Jones is longing to see the day when a Barbadian innovation will be used locally as well as globally. He was speaking during the National Innovation Awards ceremony, which was held at the Courtyard by Marriott Hotel. This year, Dr. Granville Phillips pocketed a $75,000 top prize ahead of the other 99 entrants.
I hope that I'm going to be able to say, wow, that there's somebody living in Barbados. It might not be a Barbadian in the classical sense of Barbados. Somebody living in this space who've come up with something that is going to make the world stand up and take further look at Barbados.
Mr. Jones also encouraged the other entrants to try and improve their ideas.
So you 95, wherever you are, you rework your idea or come up with a new one. Those who are the 5 finalists, you might go back to the drawing board and refashion the idea to make it even more impactful on the society and the economy. They're not separate and distinct. They work together.
Well, Barbados is receiving some added exposure through a promotion dubbed Summertastic Tour Bus in the UK. The agency, Fruition Premier, has partnered with Capital FM to bring the road show that will tour for 36 days. The promotion features a pop-up TV and radio studio decorated in a Caribbean theme. Passers-by are encouraged by DJs to record a 45-second video clip explaining why they should win a holiday to Barbados. When the tour comes to an end, the best entry will receive a free holiday for 2 to Barbados. Well, coming up after the break, a new challenge in the collection of royalties.
I sent a text to the economic program, and then I got a call saying that I was a winner. This system is beautiful. For baths, it is excellent. I want to thank SunPower for this wonderful gift and giving back to the community. And I want to say again, thanks very much to Economics and SunPower, and I encourage everyone to watch the show. You too can be a winner.
Get your SunPower.
In concert with community, in harmony with humanity, feeling the rhythm, hearing the rhyme, moving to the beat of the time. Goddard Enterprises giving back, proud to be giving back, caring and sharing and serving and giving back. Across the region, Goddard Enterprises giving back.
The local copyrights industry has a new fight on its hands as far as collecting royalties is concerned. The Copyright Society of Composers, Authors and Publishers, or COSGAP, says regulating streaming or downloading is now the biggest challenge it faces. Chairman Derek Wilkie shed light on the issue during a conference hosted in collaboration with the Association of Copyright Caribbean Societies, the ACCS. The forum was titled Towards the Establishment of the Caribbean Creative Industry Sector, Stakeholders Building a System for Success.
There is a new kid on the block called streaming, and it's coming at us like a tidal wave. So it's something that we now have to view again and to analyze and to carefully understand how do we provide for our members, for the future of creators, to ensure that they are compensated accordingly.
Supporting concerns voiced by COSCAP, President of the ACCS, Ryan Romani, called on the Barbados government and others in the region to address a number of other challenges facing copyright bodies in the Caribbean. He's also calling on stakeholders in the industry to rise to the challenge.
Yes, we are in 2014 and the challenges are different to 1996. The way how we transport music is different. The way how we use music, he spoke about downloads. It is different. But one thing remains the same. It is somebody's property. Even though the vehicles to transport it to the different users may change, it is somebody's property. If we stop compensating them, rewarding them, it would have a negative impact on the quality and the type of music.
Spirit of the Nation winner St. Joseph is looking to create history when its ambassadors defend the title this year. The Parish Independence Committee has been launched with a motorcade across the parish, showcasing the team along with the 2014 parish ambassadors Kevin Griffith and Shakira Small. Committee chairperson Angela Hamilton says St. Joseph will not disappoint Barbados as it seeks to capture the title of Most Outstanding Parish Ambassadors for a third year in a row.
Our theme for the year is building bridges, all of we is one, and that is what we are endeavoring to do. We want to connect district to district, or community to the community. St. Joseph is a relatively small parish, at least it's the smallest parish in Barbados, and we want to bring all Josephines together. We are too small to be disjointed, and that's what we are hoping to do this year under our theme.
The parish ambassadors say they are happy to represent and showcase their parish.
I am really excited. I'm willing to go out there and do my best so that we can bring back home another victory for St. Joseph this year.
Well, I'm excited as well, and is new for me really. So, and everyone is telling us that we have to bring home the treble. So I hope that we don't let them down.
The Barbados-based Caribbean Movement for Peace and Integration has added its voice to the growing chorus condemning the actions by Israel against the people of Palestine. General Secretary David Denny says they are outraged at the ongoing bombardment of the Gaza Strip by Israeli forces. The Palestinians say more than 170 people have been killed and over 1,200 injured. Mr. Denny wants the governments and people of the Caribbean and the world to condemn this action.
We feel that Caribbean government should condemn any action to launch any air attacks against the Palestinian people, as well as we feel that the United States of America and a number of the first world nations should intervene so as to create the conditions for peace. This action by Israel cannot be condoned, and it should be condemned by the world community.
Mr. Denny says the problem between Israel and Palestine has been ongoing and the conflict needs to end.
We need a proper resolution that can create the conditions for both the Israeli people and the Palestinian people to live in peace and to be able to create the conditions so that the average person who is a Palestinian live comfortable without living under the conditions of fear.
The Caribbean Movement for Peace and Integration will meet on Wednesday to discuss what sort of solidarity action will be taken by the group. And we'll have the latest on the conflict between Israel and Hamas militants later in our international segment.